Taurus, welcome into a mid-May 2024 money and career tarot reading. We're beginning with your overall energy, the Chariot card. This speaks upon your motivation throughout the remainder of the month. It speaks upon the drive that is within you to improve things financially, to make more money, to grow, I want to say, a business, a platform of some sort. It could be as well to better your position, even outlook is what I'm getting at that position, that job situation. But it feels like regardless, on a slight negative note, there are maybe people or persons, certain aspects, I want to say energy in general. It could be spirit, of course, making you a bit nervous. And so do just take a deep breath when the time calls for it. But it feels like you know so much at this point when it comes to a subject, a talent of yours, that it's being put to use so effortlessly, all right? You're making money left and right, and it feels refreshing, it feels rewarded and needed. Those of which who are finding themselves, because it doesn't feel like everybody in this collective, finding yourself not, doesn't feel like it's enough money at certain points, just know that it's the exact amount that you need at that point, and more is to come, all right? Keep that motivation alive, keep that perspective healthy. Let's keep shuffling. What we have for Taurus? I also am hearing not everything is black and white. That could be with one, if not multiple aspects of a job situation, or, that job in general. It could be in regards to a job search for some, but as well, it could be about your business. Ooh, that was a lot. Key wording. The Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Swords. They're saying leaving behind a job, whether it's more permanent, it could be, stay for that day, for that week. It's going to feel good, right? You may feel like it's a time period where you simply go in, you bond to an extent selectively with certain people, customers, clientele, people you work with. You do the job so damn well, and then you skedaddle, okay? You get up and you leave for the sake of your mental health and otherwise. And you may just have other places to be, things to do, but it feels like you are remembering where you don't fit in, okay, or where you're not meant to fit in. I don't know how that's going to apply for you. In Spirit saying you'll receive justice in the upcoming months in regards to that. But I feel like you're being noticed in regards to again, being very talented, having a way about you that just speaks to others. It's a very gravitating, magnetic time for you, where part of it is your caring nature, but it's your aura in general. It's the way you do things as well. It's the uniqueness about you. You're drawing in people who are needing to at times, and other times not needing to notice you. But it feels like where those of which have been struggling with the day-to-day job, whether it's more so how somebody, if not multiple people have been viewing you, affecting you, it does feel like a time period where things feel better, all right? Proceeding better. People are viewing you in a very honored light is what I'm getting. But potentially still, or in general, a bit of an emotional light. So be it. We all go through it. And I feel like you do, in general, with this collective, have a lot on your plate, but you handle it very, very well. At times better than people perceive. I hope that makes sense. But I also feel like there's a real key when it comes to the balance of it all, resting, right? Replenishment, self-care in the midst of what feels like a little bit of downtime here and there. And I do feel like you're going to want to do something differently, in Spirit saying, well, you're protected, go for it. Try a new approach, right? Try out this new skill set. Doesn't mean you have to neglect or fully put aside the other talent that we've been speaking upon. Or it could be two talents for you, right, that are shining. But it feels like your choices as well from the recent past and currently are taking a true highlight. And some are winding further back with the Lover's card. Because it feels like you, at times, naturally, we're all guilty of it, right? We overspent, okay? You made maybe not the right choice as to who to associate with at that job, or when to do this or that for your business, or how to switch it up. But Spirit's saying there is more purpose in your life than you're giving yourself the credit for, or just the awareness for. And I feel like it's a time for you where you're doing a hell of a lot better when it comes to managing your money, when it comes to not giving into temptation, when it comes to, vibing and flowing and picking and choosing who and what to associate yourself with and when to get things done. You will be reminded, regardless of what we just said, things are getting done exactly how they're meant to, when they're meant to. That's how purposeful your money and career path and your path in general is. I'm now hearing well spoken, okay? Well spoken. And so I feel like naturally your voice, regardless of how often for you individually it's being utilized, coming out to play is what I'm hearing, to help potentially. It's well spoken, all right? And it's like you're hitting key points, I want to say, for a lot of which you're predictive in nature and you're on point. What you're feeling intuitively, regardless, you're on point, all right? And so when you trust that when it comes to, again, decisions left and right, and I want to say even holding back, beautiful. You're going to be on point and you're going to benefit from it. But I feel like there is a love about, for some of which, what you do, and it's shining brightly, and this is making the world of a difference. And I feel like you may find this is very much intertwined with your caring nature, right? Even your emotional side. But I do feel like it's a time for you where you at times, going back to the overall energy, the Chariot card, where is it? This is kind of the vibe. It's like, I have a lot on my plate. I got to organize. I got to find this. I got to get this done. It's like you want to get more done than maybe you should or could. And Spirit saying, again, just trust the process of it all. Trust yourself. But we're also splitting the deck to the Moon card in the Knight of Wands in a very passionate manner. There's a mystery that's shining through. It could be more in regards to your work. Some of which, could speak upon a job search or something of the sort, maybe an investment search. But this is more so talking about, as my finger keeps getting stuck, bear with me. It's more talking about how, for a lot, you're just a beautiful, successful mystery with a ton of motivation and drive once again. And you're going to need to remember, especially in the midst of a busy work day, busy work week, go run and grab some water, right? Or keep it close to you, because a lot of which you're doing a lot of speaking. Regardless, you're feeling dehydrated at certain points, and we need to be keeping your physical temple, your well-being in tip-top shape, so you can utilize that Chariot energy to your advantage and keep things going. You're going to find that 723 is very relevant for you. Look up the angel number meaning. Where you're feeling a little bit shaky at certain points, take a deep breath. Things are just affecting you, okay? And again, you have a lot on your plate. But I feel like you're going to be given clarity, maybe even confirmation on past clarity that you gained on when something is meant to be left behind. Maybe a temporary job, a temporary living situation, for some of which it's two different aspects, two different situations. It feels like, for somebody, it's shifting from one department to the next within the same company, maybe an upgrade in your position, if you will, promotion. But I do feel like there is such a focus on money for you that Spirit's saying, well, let's take a step back. Yeah, we get it. It's important. It's necessary. It's desired. It's craved. But money's not everything, right? And you may, like myself, have been reminded recently. It happened at my serving job. It's not everything, okay? And so when you are reminded of the passion you have for something or the importance of something, even if it's a minor aspect of what you're doing in that moment, know that that's Spirit's way of saying there's so much more to your money and career path than just the money acquiring, all right? In the flow of all the meanwhile. But again, I feel the need to mention the Three of Pentacles, because it's like there's so much quality attention with a little bit of unwanted attention here and there. And it just feels like you are absorbing it and feeling appreciated, feeling needed. And I do sense that this is intertwined with helping people in such a beautiful way. And I do sense that the Spirit's saying, not the Justice card per se, but more of a Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles energy. You're going to be gaining rewards at this time and more so moving forward because of what you do, because of who you're becoming and are in general. And you may find that there's certain moments highlighted from the recent past. I want to say the beginning of the month or around there, and maybe even currently at this point, the remainder of the month, where you said something outside of the purpose of that job, right? You're bonding with somebody or whatever. And this happened to me, and it changed their world for the better. They made a better choice. They switched something up, or it switched their thought process. And for a lot of which who are on social media or in the public eye like myself. That's going to happen, obviously, or potentially in different ways or more consistently. But Spirit's saying you're making a difference. That's a beautiful, powerful thing. Your words are important. You're important. But it's a time where, again, Spirit's saying, let's work with the ebb and flow of your money and your career path. Okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light.